ready? 3, 2.
Just write it down.
Hi guys, welcome. You can't be on your phone when I'm saying it. Hi guys, welcome to Warwick India Forum. My name is Krish Lakhani and I am the marketing and design co-head at WIF.
My name is Krisha Mangnani and I am also the marketing and design co-head at WIF.
Basically, WIF Finance have flown us out here to Dubai in first class so we can interview an esteemed member of the Warwick India Forum alumni. There's a lot to learn from this video. A lot of the nerves regarding uni all gonna go down the drain with this one. So
let's go find him.
Let's do it.
Hi Krisha, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, good. How have you guys been?
I've been excellent. How have you been?
Getting by.
Not bad. Right, let's go. Right, Vartik, tell us how you've been. How does it feel to be done with uni?
Done with uni? When did that happen?
That happened about 2 months ago by the looks of things, but congratulations on your graduation.
Thank you, thank you. No, it's been quite an experience, I would say. Obviously, so far for the last 3 years, I've had a certain degree of certainty about my life, right? Going back to uni every year after summer. But now, obviously, now that I'm out of Warwick, I don't know what's ahead. Exciting things for sure. It's an exciting time, but yeah, just looking forward to what's ahead, taking it day by day, and seeing where we go.
Perfect, not bad. By the way, guys, huge congratulations to Vartik, not just on graduating, but he officially got his driver's license very recently.
Yes.
Krisha, round of applause, please. This is absolutely fantastic.
Unfortunately,
stuff.
I think both of them don't trust my driving enough to let me drive yet.
And that's exactly why I'm in the driver's seat today, Vartik. Thank you for that.
So the first question is, why WIF?
Why WIF? Okay. I would say there's no objective list of reasons as to why you should join WIF. I think WIF has its own reasons to attract every single individual. It has something for everyone at Warwick. I think your reason for joining WIF was the hoodie which you're currently wearing.
Exactly.
So it can be something that important, which is a hoodie, or it could be something much smaller, like having something nice on your CV. Getting to interact with famous personalities. We've had, Pawan Irani, we've had Shashi Tharoor. Recently, I think we've had Kapil Dev. We've hosted him virtually during the last forum. So there are a multitude of reasons as to why someone should join WIF. I mean, it could just be that, you're looking to find your own family at Warwick, and that's what I think attracted me to WIF, because I remember when I turned up at Warwick, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know anyone. I didn't have any friends who were at Warwick from the senior batches in my school. I didn't know anyone from my own batch. I really wasn't active on the groups before I came. So it was like a late comer to all of this. But then I sort of had some basic idea about WIF because I was following them on social media, which I think all of you should do, at Warwick India Forum on Instagram.
Love the marketing and design promotion. Look at that, Krisha, job's done.
So I sort of, didn't have many expectations when I initially, joined WIF. I just thought of it as a society. I'm like, what is a society, right?
Yeah.
But I went there, I gave my interview, I talked to a few of the exec when I landed up there, and I made a lot of friends. I think that would be, like I said, my first family. So that turned out to be, like the acronym is WIF, Warwick India Forum. It turned out to be my Warwick Indian family.
That's amazing.
Everyone when they come to university is like, oh, where am I going to fit in with friends? I don't know what to do. Especially now in COVID times, when the traditional clubbing nights and all really aren't happening that much, or the parties, which certain societies host, aren't really happening. I think having that sort of Warwick Indian family to fall back on, even if that's not something that you're looking to really get into. I know a lot of people come from India, they're looking to make friends outside of Indians. But I feel like as a starting point, as a backup, Warwick India Forum will always have your back, and that's what it had for me, and that's why I joined WIF, and that's why I stayed with WIF for 3 years, to be honest.
And that's amazing, honestly, because making friends and stuff is a huge worry for loads of people. A lot of freshers obviously already spoken to me, and Krisha, I'm sure you've had people speak to you about it as well, that it is really, really difficult to make friends initially, or it can seem to be. But Warwick India Forum sort of has that platform where you can just make friends automatically, and these guys become friends for life.
Yeah, it's a non-judgmental space. It's not just a friends group, I would say. It's not just like, oh, we're going to meet up every second week to just have a social or whatever. It's actual real work. It's actual real personalities. We have sort of, I would say, a regional presence, if not an international presence now with all of the speakers we've hosted over the last 10 years. I mean, we've been up and running for 10 years. Obviously, we're doing something right.
Exactly. Sure.
And a lot of people still respect the society, still come back to our events, the alumni of Warwick India Forum. So it's definitely something that you should look into when coming to university, and that's what I looked into when I came to university.
Okay, Vartik, I mean, that's amazing to see. You know, it's clear why you've joined WIF, and I'm sure many people look at that and see, you know, I may feel the same exactly as you do. Could you tell us about a special moment for you at WIF? Something that you feel, you know, I couldn't have experienced this had I been anywhere else, but because I was, you know, right place, right time at Warwick India Forum, I was lucky enough to experience this.
Okay, well, first of all, I think the whole experience of my 3 years at WIF, literally from day one of me being at university till the last day, and even beyond university, I still am close to many people in WIF who are from the current exec and current coordinator team. The whole experience from start to finish, 3 years, has been, I would say, a special experience in and of itself. Those are 3 years, whether it's the events, whether it's the socials, that I'll never forget. But one thing, the one story which has been passed down sort of generation by generation in WIF, is the story of, you know, the two coordinators getting married. I don't know if you guys have heard that.
Wow, okay. 2 coordinators got married.
Yeah, so essentially what happened was that we had 2 coordinators at one point, co-coordinators, and they met through Warwick India Forum. They didn't know each other before that, and they actually ended up getting married after university.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's sort of the reach, I would say, in a rhetoric sense, that WIF has in one's life, not just in your university life, not just in your day-to-day university life, maybe just for not even 1 year or 2 years or 3 years like I had, but well into your life after university.
Did you hear that? Find your match, not on shadi.com, but Warwick India Forum.
I'm not saying that it's shadi.com for everyone, but you never know. I mean, it's something that's, I think, quite special. I don't think I've heard about that happening in any other society. That just shows sort of the balance that WIF is able to achieve between, you know, it being a serious society and doing some serious work, and also having a good time, you know, making friendships, lasting friendships, bonds with certain people you maybe would have never met or maybe never would have spoken to if you weren't a part of the society. So I think that's something that's beautiful, and that's something that's special, even though it doesn't relate to me. I still think that is hands down the best story I've heard about Warwick India Forum.
I think that balance, that point you made about having that balance, is just so important, because it's a cultural society in a sense. We are here representing India abroad.
Absolutely.
But it also has that element of hard work and, you know, and play hard as well. I think that's one of the first things you told me when we met. It's, you know, it's work hard, play hard out here at WIF, and you won't find that anywhere else. So that's amazing.
Absolutely. Good to know you still remember that.
No?
I hope it's still being implemented in Warwick India Forum.
It is.
Sure, yeah.
I'm checking with the current coordinator. I'm not so sure about her. No, nothing.
So, let's move on to your bucket list. Why don't you tell us, like, 5 things that you would like students to do at their time at Warwick?
I would say one thing would be attend a varsity sports event. So there's essentially like a varsity week in which you know, our closest competitor, which I think is Coventry Uni, they come over or we go over, and there's basically a week of their teams, basketball, table tennis, cricket, whatnot, in athletics, every single sport, sort of like a mini Olympics, if you will, between the two things, between the two unis. So I think attending that varsity event, I think it's more prominent in US universities, if I'm not wrong. Like college football, college basketball, the rivalries that are there. It's sort of replicated through these varsity events, but I think, it's definitely an experience. The vibe, the sort of atmosphere of that competition and sports together is something that you should really like experience once at university. Another thing would be going for a walk around campus, like the whole of campus, from one corner to the other. I think very few people end up doing that during the time that, especially first year at Warwick, because first year you stay on campus, right? And you know, Warwick's campus is not a city campus. It's out in the middle of, you know, beautiful natural scenery. You know, you go for a 5 a.m. walk, you'll see the sunrise amongst the trees. It's beautiful. Sunset football on, you know, green luscious grass. So, you know, snow recently as well. You know, whole campus painted white by snow. It's definitely a very nature, you know, heavy campus, and I think it's something that you should really do during your time. Appreciate nature, appreciate, because there are many sort of, you know, pathways and all, cycling tracks as well, now that I remember, dotted across campus. And if you can manage to just go for one, you know, walk and just appreciate campus from one corner to the other. A third thing would be exploring the UK, not just campus, actually the UK itself. We're there for 3 years for sure, some of you 4 years. And who knows, is there a job to, you know, in the future over there? You never know. Sometimes some of us just stay there for 3 years and then come back to our home countries. So I think it's definitely something to do while you have this freedom of being at university, being able to go and appreciate, you know, different areas of the UK, because the culture across the UK varies a lot. And I think having like a holistic picture of the UK, not just London, Manchester in isolation, not just the city centres, is really important. So like I've personally gone to Cardiff, Bath, Leeds, York, and many other places across the UK, and it's really nice to see, you know, the UK sort of in its entirety, sort of from the north to the south to the east to the west. Another thing would be that join a society you're passionate about.
Of course.
Whether it's Warwick India Forum, whether it's you know, the Law Society, Economics Summit, whatever really takes your fancy, just join something that, you know, really excites you, something you're passionate about. Don't just join for the sake of it. Because that will give you something to write on your CV. It won't give you stories to tell during an interview. So that's something I would say, that you should really appreciate the importance of society, not just in terms of your academics or in terms of your career, but in terms of your character building and, you know, personal development. I feel like that plays a huge role in the person I have become today. And I'm sure for you guys as well,
100%.
going into the future. And the last thing I would say would be to take some time alone.
That's surprising.
And you can really just, you know, forget to connect with yourself on one level, which is really important to, you know, sort of take a step back and see what you're doing with your time, you know, and just seeing where you're going, because the 3 years, it goes by in a flash. I can tell you that by experience right now. It felt like I joined uni like, you know, 2 months ago. And I'm already done with it. So just take some time out yourself and just do what you need to do to a certain extent. You know, don't get so caught up in social commitments and all, because there is a life ahead of that as well. And yeah, just don't forget to take account of that. And I would say that should be something, that would be my number one thing for you to do and experience at Warwick, is being able to have those few minutes or hours a day alone and getting done what you need to do, and also having that balance with the social commitments would be something I would say.
Well, I mean, that's some hell of a list you've put together, and I'll be making sure to tick that one off as quick as I can. Right, Vartik, I mean, every single thing you've said so far has made absolute sense, and will make even more sense when we head back to uni when the new year starts.
I hope so.
I just want to ask you one last piece of advice that you would give, you know, be it a fresher, second year, third year, mostly fresher. We'll focus on the freshers.
Come with an open mind, but don't forget your morals.
Oh, Baba. Right.
I'm going to sound like an uncle.
Hey, it's perfect.
I'm going to sound like an uncle.
This is the content we need. Perfect. Come with an open mind, but have your morals. Oh, bhai. Koi to roka. That's going to be my next Instagram caption.
Always be in and around the forum. It's the best place to be, and the best way to do that is follow Warwick India Forum on all social media handles and subscribe to their YouTube channel.
Well, Vartik, thank you so much for that. It was absolutely amazing seeing you, and we can't wait to see you at Warwick sometime very, very soon.
Thank you very much, and I hope I'll be there to see your in-person forum this year.
Let's do it. That's it from us, guys, at Warwick India Forum. We hope you really enjoyed that and learned a lot from it. We can't wait to see you all at Warwick, and more importantly, to see you at Warwick
India
Forum. Oh.